Oh man, we got a crazy one today. Just when I thought that he couldn't clout Jace anymore, any further, and make up any more outrageous and bogus lies, he proves me wrong. But today is proof that he's definitely been watching us. He's definitely been watching. The nigga definitely been watching. He definitely been watching. That shit he said in this video that I'm about to play today. Max, what's up? Trip C's, what's up? This video I'm about to play today. I'm gonna have Tar come up too because he try to steal Tar shit too. The nigga try to steal Tar shit. You see, I got my Lakers Nation, baby. Let's go. Lakers in the building. Yeah, I'm skinny. Yeah, I'm skinny, motherfucker. And so what? Fuck y'all. I've been saying that the whole time. Don't act brand new on me today. Tar, Canoe. My guess that he's gonna come up. Tar coming up today. He just called me. He just called me. When we get to that part, I'm gonna bring Tar right up. Or should I have Tar up for the whole entire video? Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm about to email Tar the link. Should have him up there the whole time. Yeah, but the shit he said, like, oh man, bro. Especially about Nick Cannon. I was and then where is Osun? Yemi? Where the fuck is Yemi at? Because the UK is taking the L on this one. The UK is taking the L on this one. Hit that like button as y'all come in, family. The UK is taking. Oh shit, my Sprite looks see through. That's fire. That's fire. Sprite quenches your thirst. Should not be in a commercial. Hold on. Oh, I'm stupid. I can't do a Sprite commercial, y'all. Let me stop. He did this video on Instagram too, so if you wasn't on Instagram, you ain't. If you didn't see it when it happened, I don't know. But what he said about Nick don't make sense. It seemed like he's just trying to get their attention. It seems like he's doing what Hassan. He's pulling the Hassan Campbell tactic. He's going down and he's reaching and pulling for any and everybody he can to take down with him. He's just throwing fishing lines out there and see who takes the bait. Speaking of Hassan Campbell, when's the last time anybody seen a video on him? I told you. I told y'all. But we're going to go ahead and get them. Nah, we're going to give it a couple more minutes. His IG is damn, I just looked it up and told it to Tar. Otten number 9. Otten 9. That's his IG. But I ain't seen a video on Hassan Campbell in I don't know. Like I don't know. That ain't been. I ain't seen a video on that nigga in a while. Nobody talking about that nigga. I told y'all the internet has finally gotten tired of this nigga. Yeah, King Otten number 9, I think. Hold on, let me check. Tara, I'm about to put the link in the chat so you can click it. We're gonna give it like 2 more minutes. Get some more people up in here because this shit is ridiculous. Like the shit he was saying is just like it's not. Mm-hmm. I've been getting a lot of minions in my chat too. I'm in my comment section. A whole lot of them. A lot of minions in my chat. Like, and they all say the same exact thing. Why is you worried about what another man doing? Why is you bro? For the same reason you're worried about what I'm doing. You see how that works? I can ask you the same thing. Why are you worried about what I'm doing? You see how that works? Shadow, what's up? This is gonna be funny though. This is gonna be funny because with I ain't here. I never heard him say this shit. Got my kinfolk Tar in the building. What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I had the other thing on. I had to cut it down.
Oh, okay. All right.
Seems like it's gonna be another banger. I see.
Yeah, man. It yo, when he said what he said, I jumped right on the phone. The crazy thing about it, I'm in the middle of the work. I'm oh the hell he didn't. Fumbling my phone. Did he just say that? And I wanted to rewind it so bad, but I was screen recording. And you can't rewind Instagram.
Right.
And I'm so glad something told me to screen record. Something was like, yo, screen record this. Because I saw the bull from the UK. The UK, y'all definitely taking the L on this one. Majestic Pharaoh, what's up? Ain't seen you in a while. The UK is taking the L on this one. But we got a couple people in here. We can go ahead and get started. Let me drop that intro. What's up with your family? It's your boy, the one and only Brenda's baby, Remy El Ma'at. You are now tuned in to Ma'at TV. Most of y'all already know the routine, but if you don't, remember to hit that like button as you come in. But most importantly, share this video because it's all about the message, right? If you're new to the channel, this is your first time stopping by, rocking with your boy, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, but do yourself a favor and hit that notification bell and make sure it's on all so you can be alerted and notified whenever I drop this heat. Alright, family, the moment has arrived. Special rest in peace to the wisest man I ever knew, my good brother Quan Lewis. I know you watching over me, King. You'll never be forgotten and you'll always be missed. Peace in paradise. Quan Lewis. Special rest in peace to my little cousin, Grant Brown. You'll always be missed and you'll never, ever be forgotten, bro. I love you and I miss you. Peace in paradise. What's up, family? I'm here with my kinfolk.
I'm trying to find it.
Shadow, I did see that Muffet video. Are you talking about the one with Sinetta? The Hassan Campbell story with Sinetta?
I'm trying to
That
find
was hilarious. But anyway, what's up, family? You already know why y'all here. Sugarfoot acting up, but I had to bring a specialist in today. I had to bring a specialist in today, our kinfolk. Tar Canoe, Nupu, and I want you to keep that in mind. Nupu, the name and everything he stands for and what he teaches. Hold on for a second. I got to check something.
I think he was talking about 9 ether or something. I'm trying to see, is this it?
All right, I'm back. I was wondering why my kids was crying because the mom walked out the door. Every time the mom walk out the door, he go to fuck off. But anyway, Tar, you still with me?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Anyway, y'all know why y'all here today. Old Sugarfoot went live on IG today, and and put the cap lock button on. He definitely put the cap lock button on in this one. He went at Nick Cannon. He went at Nick Cannon, and he also said something that made me call Tar because I've never heard him. First, he said Nick Cannon basically said Nick Cannon only interviewed him to get him to come there and steal his information. And whatever his information, he said Nick Cannon wanted to steal it keep it for itself or whatever. I don't know. He went at Umar, said Umar called him dirty when Umar never called him dirty. He called Seti dirty. And last but not least, this nigga said he was the only person to ever speak about noon science. He said noon, but what other noon is there? So when he said that, I jumped right on the phone. Was like, oh man, I got to call Tar and tell him. I got to tell him about this. I wouldn't be a good friend if I didn't. But his claims are outrageous in this. It's getting to a point where this shit is getting ridiculous. And now we know that you're just looking for attention. Like he's on a campaign basically saying that every celebrity and every conscious person stole their shit from him and they're trying to be him. That's pretty much what he's saying. Don't believe me?
Just videos speaking against the the lies and the deception that's been put in the Bible from his perspective, in which he's also had a lot of debates with Hebrew Israelites as well. So one of the Hebrew Israelites will do another.
Tazariak. He said he wiped out Tazariak. I don't remember him ever debating against Tazariak. Did he debate Tazariak? Tar, do you know? Tar?
Yeah, I'm here. My bad.
You ever see him?
I don't think so. I think that I think Prince York was supposed to battle Tazariak, and I spoke to Tazariak a couple years ago, and he said that General Yohana, who was over him, told him he need to get some more weight up on his belt before he would actually do it. So I don't think they ever faced off. Period.
Well, he just said Tazariak was the first Hebrew Israelite wiped out.
In the Bible,
I'm listening.
Yeah, he probably did a presentation, and he was just doing that. But they never. I don't think they got him. He was gone, man. Pharaoh was out of there before.
Yeah.
He never got with him. Nah.
Yeah, he said he wiped him out.
Perspective, in which he's also had a lot of debates with Hebrew Israelites as well. So one of the Hebrew Israelites will do another interview or discussion with Brother Tazariak. Do you know Brother Tazariak?
And he keep tight. Like, it's a good thing that this man Mike is louder than Pharaoh's because he keeps talking over him. It's a really good thing that the dude's mic is way louder than Pharaoh's because Pharaoh keeps trying to talk over him.
Mm-hmm.
He's also made videos speaking against the lies and the deception that's been put in the Bible from his perspective. In which he's also had a lot of debates with Hebrew Israelites as well. So
this dude just stroking his ego.
Another interview or discussion with Brother Tazariak. Do you know Brother Tazariak?
Amongst other things, so the Tazariak is actually the first Hebrew I ever wiped out.
Yeah, he just said it. Tazariak is the first Hebrew ever wiped out, but it's not just based on the zodiacs neither. It's based on your 12 glands in your body too. If you did any further studying, you would know that.
Cool. Okay, on that note, because we're going to be doing a discussion with Tazariak at some point as well. He said he was going to be up for doing a discussion with us, so we're definitely going to get into that. Okay, that's another issue. Okay, so he's also, and for those that aren't aware, during the time of the beginning of the pandemic, okay, a lot of people had a lot of questions. What was actually going on? Is this something new to society? Is this the government? Is this the government up? There was a lot of questions that needed to be asked. There was a lot going on with politics, with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and Donald Trump and Mike Pence and all of this sort of stuff. The Democrats and the Republicans. Around that time, in these significant pockets of time, there was a lot
Their
of
connection is terrible.
They was killing people like Omar Arbery. They killed George Floyd at the time. Yeah, that's just to mention a few. Okay. And
he said George Floyd was a hoax.
You know how that came out. It triggered the whole BLM movement. And there was, as we all know, there were riots over there in the US and there were riots over here in the UK. And that's not all the places. Right, exactly. So this is something that is it was a massive event at the time. When I say event,
their connection is terrible. This is not my video or this shit was doing this. I thought it was my phone at first, and I was like, nah, it's not my phone.
Moment, and for us all, not just for George Floyd, but it was it was definitely something that got everybody. But Young Pharaoh, during that time, the internet was very a lot of music videos weren't getting a lot of views. A lot of videos in general weren't getting any views apart from survival videos and people wanting to watch the news, see what's happening with COVID, find out what's happening with Trump, everything that's going on, and coronavirus, the lockdown, all of this sort of stuff.
So he's trying to say he's trying to literally
Young Pharaoh.
He's literally pointing the shit, trying to say George Floyd was a hoax. That's misinformation, buddy.
At a time when the internet was dead, the internet was actually dead. He brought out a video debunking the event of George Floyd / BLM, the Democrats, and rigged the
that he got from somebody else because he slipped up and put the DVD up. He was like, I got it right here. Oh, never mind. And put it back down. It was a red and black DVD. He had two of them. It was one for Trayvon and one for Floyd.
Hillary Clinton. He mentioned so many things that was in that video, and he came with a lot of receipts. I saw that for myself, and I wish I saved it, and I think I have saved it. If I have, I will post some clips. Okay, thank you. Let me say this, but Young Pharaoh, he done a video on this when the internet, the whole internet in the whole world was dead, and he put out a video about, like I said, George Floyd, BLM.
He's stroking the hell out of Young Pharaoh ego.
All of these things, and that video got, it was maybe one.
All right, let's fast forward.
So you know,
You might want to hear this.
YouTube,
You stroke his ego.
Him, but it might have been around
I forgot he was stroking this nigga ego for the first like 20 minutes.
You know, he started on YouTube anyway, so that was his key platform before he came to Instagram. Anyway, that video got around, let's say just under 2 million views. And whether that might not sound like a lot, because now you're seeing the
Oh my God, bro. Just get to the point.
You know, the events and the significant.
This is how I knew this nigga was stroking this man's ego, bro. Look how long it took you to get to the point. You've been talking for 5 fucking minutes and you still have not gotten to the point. You're just stroking the hell out of this man's ego. God damn. If you was a fan, just say it. I'm a big fan, bro.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah. You can't get a fan to validate you. You need some real, somebody. You need a peer. He's not a peer. That's a fan. You keep bringing up fans and fucking groupies to validate you, thinking that's going to validate you. That's not valid. This is not validating
you. So.
Just know me, what's up?
I know it got taken down, and that's what made me think, like, whoa, maybe with these events, there's got to be some truth to it, because he didn't.
Look at Pharaoh, he blinking. He got the Google eyes. Blink, blink, blink. Look at the face he's made. Look at the face.
He do look funny.
He had the Google eyes, stroking this nigga ego. Look at watch this. Watch Pharaoh's face.
That's what made me think, like, whoa.
Look at dude is hilarious, man.
Tell her I ain't even trying to be funny. Look at him. He got his head cocked and everything. He looked like a girl when you about to at the end of the date and she jingling her keys. You saying good night and y'all both nervous on who will get the first kiss. That's what he looked like.
Is Pharaoh
jingling his keys.
Is Pharaoh moving that drawing on? I could have swore that drawing was on the other side of his face.
It's because of Instagram is flipped it. I thought the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Man, you don't remember in the beginning I kept saying this shit fake, and Trip C's had to tell me that on Instagram it flips.
Maybe with these events, there's got to be some truth to it, because he didn't do
look at him licking his lips.
He didn't actually offend a community of people or anything like this. He didn't do any of that. He just presented himself very well, very articulately, very clearly. But I saw that for myself, so I can say that
Miss Snoopoo, peace and welcome.
It was nothing but journalist endings on the George Floyd, BLM, Democrats, the rigged elections, Hillary Clinton, and more.
You ain't doing nothing but saying the same shit he said.
As well in that one. Yeah. So this is, if you haven't really had a view.
Watch when Pharaoh start talking. This shit is hilarious. It lags a little bit from the beginning, but
this is
it's gonna get going.
What are your current beliefs? Because like I said, you've broken down a lot on spirituality, Christianity, Islam, religions in general. I've heard you speak on, astrology, music, frequencies.
Yeah, he definitely put a
Science,
battery in his back,
You speak nothing about
Max.
spirit science. When you speak about spirituality, you always back it.
Okay, here go right here.
To prove it's
Tar.
to prove its functions. So, what are your current beliefs today? Because obviously, this is like pre-pandemic. A lot of the work.
I think this is it right here.
And then now we've come to like a new age. A lot has changed. For you, for me, for everybody. And what are your current beliefs today? Like when I say that as well, let me give a little bit of
So I can't hear right now. I know he lying. Yeah, you can barely hear Pharaoh when he's talking.
I've seen some videos and other people have seen videos of you have said before.
I said the same thing, Shadow.
I'm not saying that you said she was entirely God, like there wasn't more to it, but I explain that. Can you explain what you said? What you meant by what you said, and is this still currently your viewpoint on black women? So let's start with that.
But I'm going to assume, as I always do when I'm speaking into a crowd of people, especially black people, that you are watching me with the psychological architecture of what we call Western thought. So,
what?
Especially if you grew up here in the Middle.
See, this is what I mean. He thinks all black people. This is why he thinks that he is the only one that did. He thinks he's the only person in the world that picked up a guy. Only black person in the world that picked up a book. That's what it is. He thinks he in his mind, he thinks that all black people are dumb, and he's the only nigga to pick up a book. That's why he just categorized, if you lived in America and you're black, you have a Western mind. What?
Black people that you are watching me with the psychological architecture of what we call Western thought. So, especially if you grew up here in America. So I have to first break down to y'all the origins of where this statement is coming from. Now, we can bring up people who brought this teaching before me. I'm not saying that understanding is
What?
correct, but that's not the understanding that our research comes from Atonism, which is something that I've taught y'all. May have mistook that as Buddhism. I connected to Japan through Shintoism, and I have a presentation coming up on that. But it was black. He started it. It's basically the Egyptian form of Buddhism. Now,
what'd you say? I'll go back.
Yeah, he don't know. He don't know what Atonism is.
Nope.
And it's not Buddhism either.
That's I've been saying that for the longest. Buddha, he said, he basically trying to say Buddha was an Egyptian. Buddha was black. He wasn't an African, but he was from there. He was from the country that it originated in. He was African he was of African descent. He was a nigga, but he was from Asia. He wasn't Egyptian. See, this is how I know he never went back. Asia was the
I'm gonna address that. I'm gonna address that Atonism in the near future.
Okay.
Because everybody they don't get it.
Wasn't Asia the first continent that Africa went and explored? Asia was considered another Africa.
All that land mass was once one at one time. And our people, remember I came on the show over a year ago and showed you how our ancestors came out of the Lake Victoria, what they call them Lake Victoria.
Yeah.
But they started being born from eggs.
The two primordial lakes and the two wombs.
And they was born in pairs down the up and down the Nile. And we was spread out all over the place before the continent shifted. So all that stuff that they're saying, he's freestyling because he really don't know. The spirit that possessed him, I said this before, He's possessed by the spirit of Akhenaten, meaning not the man or the pharaoh, the spirit that possessed Akhenaten 3,000 years ago.
Oh, so you're saying that he's not possessed by Akhenaten himself.
No,
He's possessed
the
by the same
spirit,
entity.
right? The same spirit that Akhenaten had 3,000 years ago that made him turn against the gods back then, Amun-Ra and all of them. He came back and did the same thing. If you read the story of Akhenaten,
yeah, I know the story.
He went against his father and the company of the gods.
And he banished him.
And he was camped out by the Giza pyramids. That's where he was. And that leaked into the Moses story and going up the mountain. They was really going up and down
they said
pyramid.
Yeah, Moses was Akhenaten, right?
Right. That part of the story, because Thutmose the first was also in the Moses story, but you talking about them being two different pharaohs, and Thutmose the first was born before him. But we get into that another time. But what happened was that pharaoh who had a problem with Amun-Ra religion and his priest back then, that same spirit came back in Pharaoh, and then Pharaoh started having beef with what? Ankh and what? The Amun-Ra squad. See, all this stuff, the spirits repeat themselves the same way we're repeating the lives of the spirits back then, and even some of these beings, which we are their descendants, we just don't forget who we are because some of these spirits ain't trying to tell you who you are. The fact that he started calling himself out and out of everything else, and if you look at what Pharaoh has been teaching, it's anti a lot of African stuff. And people just don't understand the spiritual aspect of it because a lot of people are historical, but they're not spiritual because they can't recognize the spirit signature in the person that they're looking at. And that's why I say what I study and having that higher enhancement allows me to be able to look at the spirit the same way I came in your show and identified Osiris and them was playing with Nature Boy. Remember, I was pointing to y'all to look at the symbolism and stuff he was wearing on his face and how it was pointed to something. I told you the spirit's gonna make these people come in front of you before they fall off. And then they're gonna tell you who they are spiritually. Nature Boy was being influenced by Osiris or the 3 God. Remember, it broke down the number 3 and all that stuff. So now the moon spirit that's him and brought Pharaoh, and he's talking about himself. That's why the person we knew as Pharaoh, if you look at the old Pharaoh and look at this Pharaoh, you can see it's a total takeover.
Totally different person.
It's not the same person now.
Nope.
You understand? That's why in the spirit that made his face get fuller. You understand? His the way he behaves is very different versus the old Pharaoh.
His speech patterns.
You're right. That's what spirits do. They possess a people. Same way, again, you could take a spirit that can grab a person that's let's say they're homosexual and say it's a female who's masculine. That's a spirit that's masculine that then took over the female and made the person look more dudeish. The same thing with a female, vice versa. The spirits have the power to alter your whole structure to what makes it feel better. And this is why he looks the way he looks. So go ahead.
I hear you. That's you spitting some truth, Tar.
Correct, but that's not the understanding that our research comes from Atonism, which is something that I've taught y'all may have mistook that as Buddhism. I connected to Japan through Shintoism, and I have a presentation coming up on that. But Buddha was black. He started it. It's basically the Egyptian form of Buddhism. Now, without turning this into an entire presentation, when I say the black woman is God.
It'd be lagging a little bit.
For generator, organizer, and dispenser of all reality. Now, when it comes to having a physical reality or experience, everybody knows that species. You get your physical vessel from your mother. Your mother holds the majority of genes and everything. So just like we value the bank because it stores our money, we we value the woman because she stores our genetics. And this is the whole importance of, bloodline preservation, etc., or even being very specific and picky and choosy about how you procreate with, if you do procreate with somebody outside your race. Now, when you study Egypt, you have the story of Nun, which
there
is
go.
the story of Enki and Enlil from. They stole it from Nun, Geb, and Shu. Now,
There go.
I missed it. Play it again.
etc., or even being very specific and picky and choosy about how you procreate with, if you do procreate with somebody outside your race. Now, when you study Egypt, you have the story of Nun, which is where they stole the story of Enki and Enlil from. They stole it from Nun, Geb, and Shu. Now, I've also broke down that and debunked the Sumerian tablets.
All right, so
He said he broke it down and debunked it.
all right, so he's saying the story of Nun,
Mm-hmm.
and then he brings in Enki and Enlil. Those are two different stories. The
Two
story
different.
of Nun is Kemet. That deals with the chaotic waters and the primordial waters of creation of the Ennead or the Ennead. Enlil and Enki had nothing to do with that. They was not. There's no story in Sumer about Enki and Enlil in the beginning of primordial waters. That's not true. What he's doing is he's mixing two different cultures and he's jumping around. This is what the spirit of.
That's what I've been saying the whole time. He's just been mixing stories and in different cultures and mashing them all together. And
But what you got to understand
is his information.
But this is what the spirit does, and what you're doing is getting a living color of what Akhenaten the Pharaoh sounded like back then. That's why when you read the stories, they say he was crazy because he was going against the priesthood and what the ancients had already laid down. Akhenaten back then was a heretic. He was like he was off his rocker. And that's, you understand? He only wanted to worship Aten. He wasn't against the rest of the gods per se. It was just after a while, he allowed them to worship other gods on him, but he wanted Aten to be the main one.
Yeah.
But again, that's just because you got to understand that Nun, whenever the gods, which are the orbs, the sun and the 8 planets, Pluto is not a planet. Whenever they have beef, it shows up in human beings, whether it's political, war, debate, whatever. When they have problems, that's when you see human beings reacting to that. And what happened with Pharaoh of Akhenaten 3,000 years ago represented a cycle had now begun. I think this was in the 18th dynasty of now they're going from solar worship to lunar worship. People thinking that they think Aten is the sun, and it's not. They say Aten is an aspect of Re, and Re is the real sun. An aspect mean a part of something. They don't understand what Aten was, and the fact that it wasn't the sun, it was the moon. And the moon is the closest thing to the planet. That's why you have those rays coming down from that disc, and they holding their hands up to it. And that's why Pharaoh back then was what? A lunatic, because he was worshiping the moon. Moon, in noon, all of the planets are conscious. So I understand what's happening to him.
Are you saying that Aten isn't the sun, it's the moon?
That's right. And they didn't know that. That's the secret of Akhenaten. That Aten was the lunar disc.
Holy.
That's why I say it was an aspect of Re. An aspect of Re is not Re. It's a piece of Re. When you go into Noon, we teach, which is an updated version of the information, is the sun created itself first, and then rolled all the other planets together from the chaotic matter that we call 9 ether, which is a combination of all the gases. and then put all those planets in motion, and then impregnated each planet, and they gave birth to the moons. That's the aspect of Re, is the moons that you see in our solar system. All of those moons are the offspring of our sun.
Oh.
So that's what Aten was. Aten was, they calling it a sun disk, but it's also, when you look at the planets as father, mothers, and children, then Aten being a sun disk, you can take the S-U-N and make it a what? An S-O-N. So that's what that meant as an aspect of Re.
Okay.
Aten was the lunar disk. And that's why, and it caused Pharaoh Akhenaten back then to go against the sun, because it was a moon, and the moons are opposite to suns by nature. So that's what that was. So that was the moon settling itself in the 18th dynasty to be worshipped, but it didn't last long. You understand? Even though we is
You
in this
dropping some jewels tonight.
cycle.
You dropping some jewels tonight.
That's the reality. So we left the moon cycle February 5th, 1962.
You heard it here first.
So even though the moon cycle had already been in play 3,000 years, I think, before Akhenaten, but that was just a point in time that the moon was trying to usurp the worship of the sun, which is not our true sun, but the star Jupiter. I told you Jupiter and Saturn are suns too, but they're not stars. And I showed you on the Dendera.
I remember. Yeah. I remember you showing me the sun with the hair.
Right, but if you go to, I got a video called "The Books
You
of
said Jupiter and what else are stars? Jupiter and
right, Jupiter and Saturn are suns, but they're not stars. If you look at their chemical makeup, they both made up of hydrogen and helium, just like our sun. Those are the original 3 orbs that came into creation first before the other planets did. But what I'm saying, if you go to my video, the Book of Jutah number 6 in my YouTube, I show you the Dendera, and they have the planets
I know
there.
all about the Temple of Dendera.
And they had them up the ceiling, as they was calling them Horus. And Horus is what? A sun god. And the planets were called Horus as well. And they have the zodiac animal for each one. So again, Aten was not a sun. But we was in the moon, and the reason why that happened, because we was in the moon cycle. So the moon was only doing what it was supposed to do, but it would never be able to turn Kemet or Africa as a total into total moon worship. It can't do it. But all these religions are really, is most of them are moon worship. Like Islam, symbolism moon. They worship the moon and don't know it. You see what I'm saying?
Here first. Y'all heard it here first. And they say really don't put no info out.
All of these gods are putting their symbols of who they are in the religion, if you know what you're looking at. The cross is a symbol of Osiris. That's the Lord of the underworld, the god of death. Osiris cannot resurrect. That's a lie. But they don't understand this, the chemical makeup of Osiris, or Usir, which we already identified in Noon as 3 ether ghost god. I went into that when I did the thing with Nature Boy. That's why Nature Boy was calling himself Osiris, and he was wearing all that white.
Yeah.
The same way Osiris was wearing what? White in the ancient walls of Kemet. He wearing white and green, and sometimes black. But they don't understand. That's what I keep saying.
Shadow said, I think Islam knows they worship the moon. Wait, Islam do work. They do use the moon.
Some of them do, but the point is the reasonability that we call Nupu that I wear on my end of my.
You crack me up with that word.
Nupu
Nah,
explains all of this
reasonable.
stuff.
You crack me up with that word.
So that's what people not understanding, y'all. We in a moon base. America is a moon base. It's all about lunacy, and that's why we're seeing all this retardedness that we're seeing. Because America was established by the moon. The same way Africa is called what? The land of the sun. It's not called the land of the moon. The moon had its lands over there in what they call what? Mongolia. Right?
Yeah.
You throw another O in there, you got what? Mongolia, Mongolians, Mongoloids. All of these planets are putting their names in all these places around you. That's why everybody's so confused. But Pharaoh is possessed
up right now.
Yeah, Pharaoh is possessed by a lunar spirit, ancient spirit called Aten. That was one of the names of the moon back then. It's Aten.
Okay.
Mystery song, really. I just got to put the word. I'm gonna put all of the history and stuff to it, but I just wanted people to understand that, and that's why he don't understand anything. He's confused. He's black. He's part of the sun race, but a moon spirit got him, and the spirit is trying to make him undo all of the things that we had already established in ancient times. But go ahead, I'm listening.
So long story short, when you study the history of Egypt, which I can, etc., we know that the sun is born out of the womb of the universe. Actually, it's just an electromagnet and turns into gas and hydrogen and helium, etc. But this is why when a woman is pregnant with the male, it's called a son. You had given birth to a son. It's like when the electrical frequencies are incubating behind the veil of the universe when they give birth to a son, and then from there planets are formed, solar systems are formed, and a family structure intergalactically is formed. Then from there we have what's called astrobiology, which is biological matter that forms humans and planets, etc. Now, with that being said, when I say the black
sun created and gave so-called birth to plants. I got a book I wrote.
They say, didn't everything start with the sun in our solar system?
In all the solar system, but you got original sun.
Everything starts with the star, right? You need the star. You need the star for the heat.
They wasn't first though.
In the light. No, I'm just saying, like any solar system will have to start with the sun.
No, the sun came out of something else.
It will have to start with a star, though, right? You need a star to have a solar system.
Hold on, I'm gonna show you.
I'm gonna show you somewhere heating that solar system up.
Can you see that?
Hold on, let me. Oh wait, wrong one.
This is one of my books called "Reason, Son of Ray, Our Son as Creator."
I remember that video.
And this book, which is based on the Introduction to the Nature books, it talks about how the stars were gestated. Our ancestors call it Kepra, but they use that to the Kepler beetle and what it does to symbolize how the universe is started out of darkness. They thing is everything they keep. He's saying a womb, but it's more like in science they call it like a nebula. All of these things that they don't really know. Like I said, they going back and forth. Let me give you a good example. Because the nebula is first. This is what a nebula is, a drawing.
Hold on, yeah, I can see it.
All right. It says here, because it's a whole lot. of things that start over, but it's called an alpha star. But we'll start right here. It said the brain core center of the alpha star. You know, alpha means first. Is the center and controlling star of a universe. So we talking about the universe, right? The universe has an alpha star.
Yeah.
That all other stars come out of, including ours. So we talking about an alpha star first, but this is still done in the darkness. There's no lights on yet. This still going on in the darkness. This is before that. This is the chaotic waters already than being put in a particular type of direction and starting to being prepared to give birth to all these stars. All right.
Mm-hmm.
It said the brain core center, the alpha star, who is the center and controlling star of the universe, as well as the first star of the universe and biggest star of the universe, grows a body for itself as it rotates. The body gets bigger and bigger and grows much bigger than the vacuum black ball hole that started the brain core spinning. The growth of matter by rotating brain core and its energy 9 reason. See, that's what he's referring to as the womb. But it's not a womb. It's a brain. The womb is something that comes later when you look at a body. See, what they don't understand is a universe and a human body, or the way a fetus starts to grow, it's the same way. The first thing that has to be in existence is the brain. But the brain cannot, as far as a human being, the brain can't come first until it formulates the heart and all that so it can have oxygen to pump. And then the brain pops in. But when you look at the way a baby is born, you don't see the brain first because the brain won't be able to sustain its physical self until it creates the body and all of the veins in the air and all that, and then the brain can come. But everything starts, even in ancient Kemet, they said that the all is what? Mind. And mind grows a brain for itself. And then the brain, even though its physical can't be seen, the brain then grows a body for itself so that it can travel and move around on a physical plane. So a universe is a bigger being, and it comes into play the same way the body does. They just don't understand that yet. Let me move forward, just to make this clear. And this nebula reproduction continues. So 9 reason continues the ability and capacity of the brain core to attract matter for growth cease to be effective and magnetic. Now the gigantic brain core, now brain of the huge nebula, has formulated and formed this incredible immense ball. See, that's what the Kepler dung beetle was when they say they rolled up the ball. It's the ball, or the dung ball represents the nebula after they created the gigantic sun of the universe, which is its brain, that's going to make all the little other smaller little Kepler dung balls called suns before the lights came on. That's the point that I wanted to make. Pharaoh doesn't know the real deal because that person is possessed by Akhenaten, the spirit of Akhenaten, and that person is all over the place. You understand? And that's all. And that's why I don't attack him. It's no different if you knew somebody who was possessed in the crazy house, running around on the streets, and other people is laughing and picking at him, but you know what's wrong with him. You're not gonna take the same stance. That's why I can't take the same stance, because I understand scientifically and spiritually what happened to him, and that spirit is trying to complete something it couldn't complete 3,000 years ago. Or however long it was that spirit was in the body trying to take the direction of Kemet down the moon cycle path, but it didn't hit its peak until Rome got started. But that would be the start from that point, as far as that's when the Moon Dynasty got its foothold in Kemet in the 18th dynasty. But most of these people who's dealing with Kemet whether they Egyptology or not, they don't possess the spiritual aspect of it. They don't have reason to explain what was going on outside of what people are finding in these books or on the walls. You understand? Like me and you can write. We got a lot of spiritual writings in the daytime. You fast forward 3,000 years and people find these writings, but because they don't have the spiritual reasonability, they're only going to read the information and only going to lead and just get whatever they get out of it for face value. Meaning, when they translated the hieroglyphs, the spirituality didn't come with it. They just able to decode it, but they don't know that each glyph has a spiritual representation and a physical representation and a scientific representation. And I touched on that a little bit when they said, how did they build the pyramids? And I gave y'all a clue by saying the B on the glyphs that represented the pharaoh represented the vibration and how bees able to hum and able to create this force field around themselves, and they can move things. And the pharaoh had the power and knew how to tap into the vibration of the planet to help move those blocks. And I gave the example like Professor Xavier on the X-Men.
Oh, okay.
The mind thing with the spirit working with tandem with the planet Earth, Gertha or Geb. They didn't say Geb, the earth god, was a god for nothing. That was not myth. When they say Geb does this and does that, just because they didn't understand it, they law Geb them under what? Mythology. When you read about Osiris and them, they say, oh, the myth. That's not a myth.
Okay.
They just don't understand the spirituality of it. But when you, in this day and time, they'll tell you that Christ and Allah and all that, those old spirits are alive and making movements in this world. But we only understand it because we're here. But when you look back in the past, it's the same principle. The names are different and the expressions are different. And the spirit forces work with the time and cycle and season, which is what? Mostly what? Digital. People are not spiritual, they're digital. And if you don't understand and how to separate, okay, I know what spirituality is because I know what a spirit is. What is a spirit? Spirits are what? Conscious gases. That's what a spirit is. And once you understand that, your approach is different. Your perspective is different.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
From the pretenses of spirituality, like, for example, you see the mayat on my neck. The mayat got wings. A woman is supposed to protect a man. Isis is symbolic to a vulture because a vulture is one of the only
Pause. That right there.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
No. The reason why Mayat have wings, because wings represent spirit beings because they float in the air at all times, and the planets float in the air at all times. That's what the wings are for, because the planets, the Ennead, the Pasajet, they float around in space. Remember, these orbs are conscious. These are God.
The vulture part.
So that's what the bird represents. The same way, if he was a Christian and he had the dove tatted on his neck, which the dove represent what? Christ and God and all that in Christianity.
The Holy Spirit.
Right, the Holy what? Spirit. And the spirit is a gas, and it's what? Symbolically the same as a bird. Because the bird floats, you can't see how it floats. The same thing with a spirit. You don't know how it moves, but it moves.
Yeah.
So the wings
represents flight.
Forces. Huh?
It represents flight too.
Right, and flight. All of that is dealing with spirits and the planets and how they move and how they control spirit forces from their mind center to the earth, and use water or blood to create a spirit being from brain concentration, and they control human beings. That's what that is. It's not that deep.
See, that's the spirit of a house.
Understand that. Go ahead. That's all I wanted just to clarify. He talking about the female supposed to protect the man. That's a lie. The Pharaoh and the man by nature was designed to protect the female.
Female, yeah. The
This
female.
the same thing today. That's it. That ain't never changed, even though they tried to alter it as
That
much as
meant
they could.
the female is supposed to protect the child.
There you go. It's the man protect her and the child, and she protect the child. But this is him mixing and matching
Information.
That again, that's you're looking at how Akhenaten spirit acted so many years ago.
They'll peck their own leg off and give it to their child. So a woman is supposed to not only represent divine mother.
I should stay doing this.
I just want to be very clear on that, because just like you have men that have heard my teachings and went and manipulated in the past, such as Nature Boy, the Rashad Jamal nigga had to get him shot, and the rest of these niggas that hear my shit and regurgitate for their own.
Wait, what? Did you just say you got Rashad Jamal shot? The nigga is in
the past.
And wait a minute. Wait a minute. Nature Boy passed you. Rashad Jamal passed you. They both passed you. When y'all crossed paths, they both were doing way better than you. How did they? Anyway, let's just keep it pushing.
I heard him mention something about manipulation.
He said they regurgitated his and manipulated his information.
Nature Boy, the Rashad Jamal nigga had to get him shot.
He said he got Rashad Jamal shot.
Regurgitate for their own means. You got women that do it too. So I don't want nobody in their house or nobody in the community hearing nothing that came out of my mouth and using it for evil. So that is what the fuck I mean when I say it. It's coming out of my mouth. I never not stood on it. I've always stood.
So he's basically saying black women take him saying the black woman is God and go to their man and be like, I can do whatever I want to you because I'm God. What?
And again, this is why understanding what you're looking at will make everything so perfect. All he doing is regurgitating what the old Akhenaten was saying back then. The female was not God. They're taking the word God, which is it's a masculine term, and ignoring the term goddess shows that's mental.
No, he's saying that people is taking him saying that and doing it. He's not saying he's doing it. He's saying people are women, black women in particular, are taking that and doing it.
But that's what he taught. All of them was saying that from SETI, Dr. York, all of them was saying that. But the female, number one, in Noon, it explains, number one, a god or a goddess is a boss with supernatural power. They don't have neither. So it ain't none of them god or goddess. They not even demigods, because you got to be possessed by a special type of spirit to have that. And if a demi or demon spirit incarnates into you, you finna shake some things up. You finna make some miraculous stuff happen. These dudes are not possessed with those higher level spirit gods and goddesses. They only talking about people who had them and who did things in the past, but they ain't ever witnessed nothing in this day and time on that level. That's why you got movies which is giving you an example of that, and some of it is heavily exaggerated. Superman and all of that. But the point is, spirit forces can do a lot of great things. We just don't recognize it as that, because the spirit's job is to work with the time you're in. We're in the time of technology and stuff like that. So it's not like, 1,000, 2,000 years ago when spirits, or you had prophets and stuff that can go out there and look at the sky, make it rain or whatever. That was spirits working in tandem with that day and time. Now, spirits are hiding behind technology. So all this great tech you seeing and whatever else they doing with the CERN machines and the D-Wave machine and all that stuff they doing, mixing demons with technology, they are seeing that. We're only seeing the results of it in the form of the new iPhone and you know the next flat screen TV, and they could do this and they can make it look like you in the same room, and that spirit being power masking itself, because the whole thing is they're not supposed to let you know that they exist.
Oh, all right.
That's why we're having this problem, because again, that's why you have everybody, whether it's Rashad Jamal, whoever, everybody keep talking about spirituality, but when you say show me the spirituality, they can't. They only can regurgitate. But when you say the demonstration, we're looking at the demonstration. The fact that me and you can sit on a computer and we ain't in the same room, that's a demonstration of spirituality under the mask of technology.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't mean to cut you off, but we gotta keep it pushing because we ain't even watched it. I'm about to fall asleep. I've been working 12 hours a day.
And where the issue is people trying to pervert what I've said to get their rock off, and then trying to put it back on me like what you said. Like I didn't say that like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean that like that. So I just want people.
Yeah, you did. You meant it the same way Polite and the rest of them meant it.
Black woman they respect, but in no means am I saying go try to run over a black man and bully him because this, that, and the third. Like we already deal with enough of y'all throwing us in the trash for government assistance and shit like that. I don't have time.
So you basically said black women throw black men in the trash for government assistance? What? Bro, you bugging. You got to get to Stephen A. Smith.
Man, there you go with that bullshit.
What are you talking about, bro?
You taking a righteous teaching and manipulating it to try to get your rocks off. We're not doing that.
That's exactly what you've been doing the last 5-6 years.
Using the knowledge to get cat.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Now, thank you very much for explaining that. So it's like you're saying what the black woman is God in a certain aspect, but not in its full, entirety that she is God. You just go to her. That's it. That's not necessarily spiritual.
Once it generated a cross, which is the original form of an orbital field,
right?
Frequency. And when that frequency generated electricity, from there that electricity started to stimulate atoms. Those atoms generated molecules. Those molecules generated molecular structures. Those molecular structures in the form of
going after all that cool cat.
Became cells. Those cells became cellular systems. Cellular systems became organs. Organs became organ systems. Organ systems became organisms. And the first humanoid organism on the planet, factually proven, was a black African woman. So when I say
this sounds like all a bunch of regurgitated shit.
Yeah, it's not true.
Humanoid experience.
But you can tell he's doing it off of regurgitated memory, like
yeah, that's all from whoever he's listening to.
Like I don't mean no homo, nothing homosexual.
Can't have male without female.
That's why she's called a womb mate.
Now, where have you heard that? That sounds very familiar. It's in her name. How many times have I said that? It's in your name. Wombed man. Woman means wombed man. How many times have I said that shit? I have never heard this man say this a day in my life. I've heard his teachings. I've heard what he's taught. I have never, ever heard that come out of his mouth. And that's how I know you've been watching me in tar videos.
And your testicles and your penis is really just your vaginal walls and your ovaries protruding from your body. And this is
I just said that like 3 lives ago. I said all fetuses start out male. The skin on your balls is the same skin as the walls on the vagina. I just said this 2 lives ago. 2 or 3 lives ago. I just said this shit.
That has any type of medical sense will tell you the child is always a female until that Y chromosome back to the child and helps it to become a male. So I said
I don't think this is a coincidence. My Charleston White talking points in this. I don't think this is a coincidence.
And I'm not speaking it. I do not get up and start cussing your damn baby daddy out. Do not get up and start wilding on this. On no what we already fighting enough shit. But long story short,
Why do you think that black women do that?
Because I've been doing this for years, and I'm gonna be honest. Hopefully this shit don't happen no more. But so far it ain't been a year yet. Even NLE Chopper tried this shit. I ain't got nothing personal against, but even
when did NLE Chopper try to? Now he said that's who he said. He said NLE Chopper tried to steal his shit. What?
It ain't been a year.
He said Charleston White, NLE Chopper.
It ain't been a year yet. Even NLE Chopper tried this shit. I ain't got nothing personal against, but even rappers started trying. It ain't been a year yet. If somebody ain't heard something I said and ran off and started trying to do some bullshit.
He really think people watch him like that. He said there hasn't been a year yet that somebody hasn't heard what he said and ran off and tried to regurgitate it. What, nigga?
Did he ever bring up Noon again?
No, he don't bring it up no more.
But he.
What'd you say?
Oh, okay.
Even rappers start trying. It ain't been a year yet. If somebody ain't heard something I said and ran off.
Why do you think people watch you like that?
So
now I can prove where he stole. He tried to use Noon for and run with it. I can show you that.
When he do that?
I'm gonna show you. I got a little. What is that? I'm gonna show you this post. Hold on. Share my screen. Share screen.
Definitely show that. I want to definitely see that. That was the whole point.
Let me know you can see it. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can see it. You gotta move it over a little bit so you can see the whole writing.
Okay, hold on. All right, can you see it now?
Yeah.
All right, so this is a group that I'm in, and Pharaoh called himself. He was on a live talking about 9 ether, talking about what space and 9 ether. So we screenshotted, and I want. As a matter of fact, I went underneath the little live he had when he was talking about it. As a matter of fact, it was a few of us who studied Noon went up under there. And
like
so,
that, as far as you know, translation, you have no willing admitted clue. Again, it's very simple. Debate the man, or what is the purpose of posting this. I also can prove space is an area between mass. Hold on, let me move us out the way. I lost my spot. Debate the man repose. I can also prove that space is the area between mass only, which means space is void, aka air. Planets don't exist. We are not floating. We are at the bottom of everything and the top of nothing.
yeah, this is what this guy was saying when we posted and said something underneath this guy here.
Oh, okay.
Because he got a lot of haters that just say stuff. But we went up under his post, like here, so you can see him at the top, right? Okay. Quee came in and said, just make sure you cite your source because the person who introduced 9 ether, which I've been studying for going on 10 years, is deceased, and he deserved that credit. Flawless One said, be careful, empty space is not 9 ether. The person who taught what 9 ether made it clear what 9 ether is. So before you put a thing about 9 ether out, do the proper research on it. Let me see.
Damn, y'all was on it.
Yeah, the same day he said that foolishness, we went up under there and was like, yo, what's going on? Let me see. Is there any more? Because I'm going to show you something else after this. Okay, here I go. This is the one I said. I said, facts. We already destroyed the Wapians for teaching lies and giving Dr. York credit for our science. So don't think we're gonna let one person do it if we fought a whole cult about it. We live this. I gave Sadie this knowledge in 2015 in Harlem and a watch. So please don't do it. You already did Cyrus A. Paulson wrong and taking credit for his AI information. You in the wrong playground. This is not a threat. Check my YouTube and see if you really want to go there. The title already is wrong. Start while you got a chance. 2-piece. So that was this was August the 20th. He did this 2020. This is damn near 3 years ago. And he just wanted to say something for the sake of saying something. And so then I did a hold on. I'm trying to get out of this. All right, hold on. I'm gonna show you something else I had did after this. Stop sharing that. Okay, I'm gonna share this. So that was 3 years ago. We had put the call out. And so this is my YouTube. You see it?
Yeah.
So then I realized I ain't had nothing to do at the time, so I just went and dug the video up. And this one here is called Correcting Young Pharaoh by 9 Ether. This is 2 years after he put out a video talking about 9 Ether. Now this is him right here. It's real short.
Oh wait, you about to play a video?
I just wanted you to see his face on it. My bad. Go ahead. Now I'm just showing you his face because I took the video. This is the video when he had did it. I just took the video from, I don't know how the heck I got it, but I was breaking the video point for point. But this is 2 years later. I put this up a year ago, but you seen the date in the video that showed that he tried to use the information and he just did like a quick pro quo on it, but he never really broke nothing down. He was just making up stuff as he go. That's all that was.
Yeah, that's basically what he's doing. Got to fix the thing. Oh, there we go. All right. I want to get to this Nick Cannon part. Twinkle, twinkle.
Yeah, thank you for explaining that. Let me ask you a question as well. Because you're somebody who's been around a lot of famous people. You've been around a lot of celebrities.
What celebrities has he been around?
I remember that Nick Cannon done a interview with you. He's interviewed a lot of well-known people, including Dr. Umar Johnson. Okay.
What celebrities has he been around?
But Nick Cannon's interviewed a lot of people. We all know that he's following some sort of Moorish.
He did do the Nick Cannon interview, but I don't know no other celebrities he's been around.
Shows, he does other bits.
Pastor K?
Come out to show that.
I said
he belongs to something spiritual.
My goddamn hair keep getting stuck to this goddamn thing. But I see he did do the Nick Cannon interview. I seen the Nick Cannon interview. This is why I don't know why he's saying what he's about to say, but I have never seen him around no other celebrities ever. But listen to what the hell he said about Nick Cannon.
And he decided to bring on a lot of the biggest speakers that are out there in our community, and Young Pharaoh was one of them. So I know that Young Pharaoh did an interview. I posted a very small clip of that interview. The reason why I did that was because there was only a small clip.
He definitely twinkling in his nose too much.
Of this, of this interview.
I'm still trying to figure this out, nigga. You are in Texas, sunny weather. Why are your nostrils always itching? Why your nose always stuffed? Why you always twinkling your nose? Trying to get that paraphernalia up out of there.
Like Nick Cannon, and then somebody so big like yourself, with the following.
Next thing you know, you're gonna say Nick drugged him, right?
Over the years, and
he had a better chance of saying Nick drugged him. At least he was around him at one point.
I think it might have been around the time of the pandemic. I can't remember. But what happened to this anyway?
Nick would be Mr. Switchy J. What's up?
Oh yeah. I remember. Oh yeah, I remember the exact date.
When you brought out that video, I said I can't really remember the date, so maybe you can, correct me on the date. Like
it was the date that we recorded. It was October 5th.
Hey, here go. Wait. Let me pause this real quick. S Pawn Chess. The UK.
It looks like the stopwatch isn't running right now.
The UK taking the L today. The UK is taking a L today, and you can blame this weird looking Howard Duck looking motherfucker interviewing Pharaoh right now. The UK is taking a huge L today, and you can blame this guy right here.
From Nick Cannon to go do an interview with Leon Kennedy.
what?
So like as soon as I got done interviewing Nick Cannon, I got right on the plane and went to do an interview with Leon Kennedy. Now I say that to say this.
Who the fuck is Leon Kennedy?
I'm not no clout chaser.
Yeah.
I'm not no clout chaser. But
He said now I'm not no clout chaser.
Man, there you go with that bullshit.
Nigga, did you know that I can see you?
You know we got eyes and ears. Look at his face. He even like he a
I
fan.
like my credit that's justly due. But I said to say this.
He said, "Give me my credit." That what do you want credit for, Young Pharaoh? I'm not understanding what you want credit for. The people that put the information out before you ain't even getting their credit. They need to get their credit first. The people that you stole it from.
Nick Cannon slid in my DM and asked me for an interview. Now you might say, Pharaoh, why is that important?
Oh, here we go. He might as well make that a slogan. Now you might say, Pharaoh, why is that important? No, we're not. If we would, I don't understand why he projects that on us. You might say, Pharaoh, that's important. No. If I wanted to say it, I would have said it. If they wanted to say it, they would say it.
Him not posting the interview for whatever reason
He did.
is on him. But my thing is,
See, this is why I know he's clout chasing, because I watched the Nick Cannon interview. It was terrible. It was all right. It wasn't. I mean, you didn't say anything that wasn't heard. And if he did take the video down, it's probably because he knew you was full of shit. You didn't bring no information that the man didn't already hear or already has said. The man is a Harvard graduate. You think that you was gonna go in there and mind fuck him? Oh man, listen to what this man said.
Nick Cannon slid in my DM and asked me for an interview.
Yeah, the whole camera, nothing but nostrils.
Girl, why is that important? Him not posting the interview.
Okay, now I know you're lying. Listen to why when he be like, look at his face when he says, now you might say, Pharaoh, that's important. Watch he, yeah, Harvard graduate with 20 kids, definitely. That nigga needs to snip it. Bro, it's time to snip it. But anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah. Well, my bad. I was reading his back chat. It threw me off. But all right, Tar. Yeah, he's not gonna say nothing else about it.
All right, cool. But what? Go ahead. What you say?
No. Go ahead. But he's not gonna say nothing else about new science. He's just talking about Nick Cannon and all the other stuff. This part you probably ain't gonna want to be here for. This is when I get in.
All right. Keep me posted if anything else come up.
Yeah, all right, I got you. I definitely will. Thanks for we want to thank our guest Tar for stopping through, but I don't think you want to be here for this part Because this is the part where I get ignorant. This is the part where I get ignorant. We got the knowledge out of the way. You know, Tar did his thing. Round of applause. Now it's time to get down to business. Now, watch this nigga face when he be like, now, Pharaoh, watch this important. Why is this important? Watch this nigga look around and pause. You're lying, nigga.
And ask me.
Nostrils and mustache.
Now you might say, girl, why is that important?
Watch.
Him not posting the interview.
My nigga. My nigga.
You better be careful, little buddy.
You're clearly lying. From that, imagine being a police officer and he tells you this story. He'd be like, now, officer, you might say, Pharaoh, why is this important? And then does this.
Me for an interview. Now you might say, girl, why is that important? Him not posting.
He twinkled his nose. He twinkled his nose, did the smoker jaw, looked around, and then paused. That's 3 live twitches. Yeah. Nick Cannon graduated from Harvard. No, you can Google it. He got a master's, bachelor's, and I think he got a minor in African studies. Hold on. Hold on. Let me make. Did Nick Cannon graduate from Harvard? Did Nick Cannon graduate from Harvard? Said Nick Cannon enrolled in Harvard University in 2016, graduated in 2020 with a bachelor in science, criminology, administration of justice, and a minor in African studies. You thought you was gonna go in there and hit him with the bullshit?
Reason is on him. Is that important?
Watch this shit.
Him not posting and ask me for an interview.
He did the smoker jaw.
Say, girl, why is that important?
Smoker jaw. Look around.
Him not
Pause.
posting the interview.
Smoker jaw. Look. Y'all ever see that video? Oh. Was that one old school video? Hold on. You said you need a lover. You need a man to take over. Here I am. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Hold on. Y'all know what I'm talking about? That video with the smoker jaw. Hold on. Hold on. Where the fuck is that shit at? You got the smoker jaw. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Biggie did the beat. Well, who did that joint? What the fuck is that song called? But that nigga he did the smoker jaw. Yeah, he mad. Nick Cannon ain't making one of his baby mamas.
Me for an interview. Now you might say, girl, why is that important?
Smoker jaw.
Him not posting the interview.
He clearly was looking for a lie.
Is on him. But my thing
Negro, you know what I'm talking about? What's that joint called?
He didn't pay for my hotel. He didn't pay for my travel. He asked me to do an interview. I came out of my pocket to fly all the way to somewhere I'm not from. With no
Right.
Okay, so that means you were a groupie. The nigga slid your DMs, said come in for an interview for free, even though he's a millionaire. So let me get this straight. A millionaire hit you up for an interview. You jumps on the plane. You paid for it. And he ain't pay you for the interview. He live right now. And he ain't pay you for the interview. Oh man, he live right now.
Well, goddamn, I don't even think I had a bodyguard at the time. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But I actually, I don't.
Oh, he playing the fucking game.
So I just flew way the fuck somewhere where I'm not from to do an interview. Came out of my time. Baby, when you need the on time, I wasn't late. Conducted a very beautiful interview. Went in there and dropped so much facts and shit that y'all probably would never get to hear. And then he never posted. So I felt.
He posted the goddamn interview because I synced it. You had so how I know what you was wearing? You had your Malcolm X glasses on. You had your hair in a bun like a female, and you had this tight ass red cardigan on. I think it was red and black. If he never posted the email, how the fuck I know what you was wearing in the interview?
In there and dropped so much facts and shit that y'all probably would never get to hear.
We heard it. You didn't say nothing. Nothing we didn't hear. And that's probably why he never posted. That's probably why he took it the fuck down. Let's see if the video's still up. Let's see if it's still up. That's probably why he took it down and started fucking with you, though. You didn't say nothing that nobody hadn't already heard, bro. You were just he probably knew you was regurgitating. The nigga studied in Harvard. He can tell when a nigga who fake studied. He can tell when a nigga fake study. Hold on. Let's see if it's still up. Young Cannon, Nick Cannon, Young Pharaoh interview. Here it is right here. He only put 59 seconds of it up. It's only 59 seconds of it up now. He only left a short up. That's why you butt hurt. Like, come on, bro. He knew you was frauding. Look at this nigga. You got a fucking grill falling out your mouth. Come on, bro. Look at this shit. If I'm a Harvard graduate trying to do an intellectual show, and you got this ignorant ass motherfucker coming in here with regurgitated information, you can't even talk, your grill falling out your mouth.
Religion is not real. So when we take religion off the table,
you can hear
take the evolution theory off the table, no non-black person has factually ever been able to explain where they come from.
So history and script, we throwing religion and history out the window.
We throwing Western psychology's version of history out. So any basic level geneticist, any basic level biologist will tell you, not only do we have carbon in our DNA, in our skin, from billions of years old exploded stars, which they call stardust. What they failed to tell you is stardust is genetic material. So your DNA and the molecular structure of yourself is created outer space.
We made from the same stuff that stars are made of.
And so here's the question:
now? Tell me he ain't saying nothing we've heard 1,000 times. That's why he said that. So you saying we made it the same stuff the stars is made of? All you're doing is trying to make it sound more scientific. You're trying to be more sciencey about it, but you're not saying nothing that hasn't already been heard 1,000 times, bro.
Who are these people walking around that are not made of that stuff? And where did you come from? I feel like I've been being governed by strangers all my life. And until you tell me where you come from, you are a stranger. Religion is.
Listen to the shit he's saying. I can see why he on that stardust. I can see why he took this shit down, bro. You're not saying nothing everybody hasn't heard 1,000 times, 1,000,000,001 times. And your fucking grill come on out your mouth. I wouldn't have kept that shit up neither, bro.
Then he never posted. So I feel like, nigga, you knew in the back of your mind you wasn't gonna post this shit before you asked me to come. So why the
No. If he knew he was gonna post it when he asked you to come, he would have never asked you to come. What you meant to say was, if you knew you wasn't gonna post it during the interview, when he figured out that you was full of shit, he should have just stopped the interview. That's what it should have happened. That's what it should have happened. Support the channel, hit the like button, all that good stuff. Cash App going in at the bottom. Hit the Cash App. We done put knowledge out, comedy out. Support the channel.
fuck did you ask me to come? And then nigga, you knew.
Listen to how he did explain it.
And then he never posted. So I feel like, nigga, you knew in the back of your mind you wasn't gonna post this shit.
6 electrons. He said fill in the blank. 6 neutrons, 6 protons, fill in the blank. Basic shit, Pharaoh. Yeah, majestic Pharaoh. That's what you saying? Basic shit. 6 neutrons, 6 protons. You fill in the blank. Basic shit, nigga. What you talking about? Basic shit. You scratching the surface and acting like you saying something profound. But he said, listen to how he's describing it. With the way he's describing it, what it sounds like to me is Nick Cannon had the same thoughts that everybody else had. They thought you were legit. And when they finally got to know you, or just checked you out for real, heard you actually speak, he knew you was full of shit. This man he studied in Harvard, graduated, bachelor's, and a minor. But why? Watch what he say though.
That nigga Nick Cannon took that interview. He was like, "This nigga is undefeatable in information. I ain't never heard none of this shit in my life." And that nigga went behind the scenes and probably started acting like he was the one.
There you go with that bullshit.
He said this nigga is undefeatable. And what? He never heard it. Bro, did he not just finish your shit? Did we not just listen to him finish what you was trying to say? Do we gotta run that back? I think we need to run that back. Do we need to run that back? Put a 1 in the chat if we need to run that back. Did he not just finish what he was saying about the stars? So basically, we're made out of stars. We're made out. Did he not? Did he not say that? Did that not just happen? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? He said, "Oh, my Nick definitely made him work for free. Made him fly there too."
I don't have nothing to do with Mariah or Eminem information. You need to come, so why the fuck did you ask me to come? And then it's funny how after
listen what just happened, yo. He said, I want you to listen to what he say first, and then I want you to listen to this. He said, listen what he said about Nick Cannon.
You wasn't gonna post this shit before you asked me to come, so why the fuck did you ask me to come?
My defense is so impregnable. Hold on, Double O. My defense is so impregnable. I got so much power in my right hand. This Iron Mike Tyson. I'm telling you. I'm going to destroy you. You don't want none of this, man. I'll fuck you up, man. I'm gonna fuck you till you love me, man. I'll fuck you till you love me. This is Iron Mike Tyson. My defense is so impregnable. I got so much power in this right hand. This nigga.
With Nick Cannon, magically he's gonna start running off and getting hella bitches.
This is the Iron Mike Tyson.
Like Nick Cannon did what every other man that has come across me. Yeah.
He said Nick Cannon came up offy, nigga. What? Are you smoking? Nigga, are you smoking? You reaching now, nigga. You definitely reaching.
You better be careful, little buddy.
This nigga said, Nick Cannon can, boy, I ought to hit you with this right hand. Oh, if I see you, boy. Oh, if I see you, man, I got so much power in this right hand. I'm going to knock you. I swear I'm going to destroy you, man. This nigga tripping.
My information and start using that shit to get their body.
He said he was you.
So I feel like that nigga Nick Cannon took that interview. He was like, this nigga is undefeatable in information. I ain't never heard none of this shit in my life. And that nigga went behind the scenes and probably started acting like he was the one that knew that shit and started getting all of these bitches pregnant. I'ma just
Wow. I just now caught this part. So you're saying that Nick Cannon had all 20 of his kids regurgitating your information? Did he not? Let me run that back because I want to make sure that I'm hearing this correctly because I need to change the title. This nigga is bugging.
That shit to get their body. So I feel like that nigga Nick Cannon took that interview. He was like, this nigga is undefeatable in information. I ain't never heard none of this shit in my life. And that nigga went behind the scenes and probably started acting like he was the one that knew that shit and started getting all of these bitches pregnant. I'ma just be honest. And so I'ma just be honest.
Bro. What are you smoking, bro?
Nigga, did you know that I can see you?
You are not talking. You are very delusional.
You delusional. Shit, I know French too, motherfucker.
Bro, are you serious? So it wasn't the money, it wasn't his looks, it wasn't his fame that got all the women that got him all that got him to get all those women pregnant. It was stealing your information. Let me get this straight, Mr. Marshall. You this is what you're telling me. Okay. All right, okay. All right, okay. So this is what you're telling me. All right, okay. My nigga. My nigga. All right, okay. So this is what you're telling me? Huh? That's what you're telling me. It wasn't the fame. Okay. So it wasn't the fame. It wasn't the millions of dollars. It wasn't. That's what you're telling me, huh, Jake? Put the bag down. put the bag down. That's what. Oh, all right, okay. Oh, all right, okay. That's what you're telling me, my man. This nigga tripping. It wasn't the fame. Wasn't the millions of dollars. It wasn't the hit show. It wasn't the his looks, his charms. None of the above. It was the information that he took from your interview that got him all. Nigga bugging. I need to change the title. I'll change the title of this shit.
I don't have nothing to do with Mariah or Eminem or none of that. I ain't bringing up none of that. I'm not the cloud chaser. I'm staying on my issue that's deep. This is the isolated incident. My issue is, bitch, don't ever call me a across the motherfucking country, literally.
Right.
And I'm coming out of my pocket to pull up. I'm on time. I'm not late. I'm professional. And then you sat me down for I'm telling you, I'm not even lying. That interview unedited. I'm not saying edited. I'm saying just flowing through. If he did not edit that interview and just post it, that should be at least 3-4 hours. At least 3 hours.
Right.
3 hours of you talking a bunch of bullshit. That's why you're telling on yourself, basically, bro. You don't. I don't think you're comprehending this, but you're telling on yourself. Why? It's going to make people think, why didn't he put the video up? Your reason is because he wanted to steal your information to get women pregnant. Our reason is he knew you were full of shit and he wasn't going to fuck his show up by putting out your false and misinformation.
This motherfucking room giving the 2-3 hour interview.
www.horseshit.
And then like, I'd be petty if I said, well, nigga, give me $1,000.
It don't matter. He didn't post the interview. He doesn't owe you shit. You would just be saying, nigga, give me $1,000 and sitting there broke as fuck. Like, he don't gotta give you shit. If he didn't post the interview, he don't have to give you nothing. He wouldn't have to give you nothing anyway. You did it willingly. You just told us that you willingly flew to him and did the interview for free. Why would he give you anything, nigga? Shut. Listen how stupid this nigga sound.
Give me $1,000, nigga, just for my flight, nigga. Reimburse my flight. Then they say I'm being petty. So
no, you saying you're being dumb.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know who that. Somebody said he funded by the Jews. I don't really, because I'm gonna tell you what, my jeweler is a Jew. My jeweler.
Bro, you don't have a jeweler.
And I ain't had no goddamn. I actually had Israelis coming. I just sat, like I said, I ain't never had no Jewish person come tell me what and what not to say. So I don't know if they telling him what and what not to post. All I know is that nigga didn't post it.
Yeah, because he knew you were full of shit.
Community, because, like I said, the Jewish community is just. I'm not saying it's like game. Right. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is
yeah, you're not business wise at all.
It's so many different fucking sectors of this shit. How can you really keep up? You can't even say Jew. Because when you say Jew, now we got to break it down. What kind of Jew are we talking about? A Khazarian, a Ashkenazi, a Hungarian, it's so many different kinds of Jews. So I don't even like just saying the Jew. That's why I like to be specific. So like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say the Jewish community told him not. Oh, I'm not even gonna say that. All I'm gonna say is I don't know why he ain't posted, but if he ain't got the balls to at least like a man say why he didn't post my interview, then I'm gonna leave it at that. But nigga, don't be surprised when I don't fuck with that. Because like I said,
he obviously don't fuck with you. You're trying. It seems like you're trying to get in front of the story. He obviously don't fuck with you, bro. He never called you again. He never posted the interview. That's not a clear sign that he thought you was full of shit. Now, what he could have done is, and I don't think you want to do this because he's going to embarrass you if this is the reason. Now, what if he does tell the why he didn't put the interview on it, and I'm right? What is that going to do for Young Pharaoh? It's going to make you. This is going to fuck your whole career up even more than. Yeah, probably more than you fucked it up already. If a celebrity like him comes out and be like, yo, I didn't put the interview up because I knew you were full of shit, that's a wrap. You're barking up the wrong tree, buddy. I would just leave that alone.
I started a bank. I don't do no capping.
When did you start a bank? Okay, here we go.
Let me look at
Here go the real capping. This nigga just said, I don't do no capping. But listen what he say right after I don't do no capping.
Told him not. Oh, I'm not even gonna say that. All I'm gonna say is I don't know why he ain't posted, but if he ain't got the balls to at least like a man say why he didn't post my interview, then I'm gonna leave it at that. But nigga, don't be surprised when I don't fuck with that. Because like I said, I started a bank. I don't do no capping.
He said he started a bank. Nigga, where's this bank? You keep claiming it. One day you started a bank, the next day you're about to start the bank. Your last interview, you was about to start the bank. With Sinetta, you just told Sinetta last week you were about to start. Now you started the bank. Now watch what he say after this.
My bank is worth, let me look at it. My bank is worth $456
Nigga, you looking at the wall.
million a year at.
How the fuck is it? He said his bank is worth $56 million a year. Listen to what he said.
Started the bank. I don't do no capping. My bank is worth, let me look at it. My bank is worth $456 million a year.
He said his bank is worth $456,000 a year. Nigga, stop fucking lying. Nigga, you didn't even start the bank. How is the bank that nobody that doesn't exist? Who put money in the bank? Who are these customers that are putting money in the bank and the investors? What are you talking about? You've never mentioned any investors, nothing that. You just keep talking about a bank. And a bank that we know, he said you can't even get a fucking loan. How the fuck you worth 40? I've never heard of a man being worth $400-something million. Wait. A nigga living in the studio apartment is trying to tell us that he got a bank worth $450 million a year. And y'all don't find this crazy? But y'all want niggas want to jump in my comment section and attack me. When this nigga on here saying shit like this. He living in a studio apartment trying to convince us that he started a bank that's worth $450 million.
I started a bank. I don't do no cap.
No, it's going to keep going.
Let me look at it. My bank is worth $456 million a year at minimum. And that's
at minimum.
3 apps. I got 4 apps, 1 invention, and 2 products. I ain't even add all of them.
Bro. How the fuck you didn't even sell the product? What product, nigga? You've been talking about this product. Now you got a product? I thought it was 4 inventions. Hold on, wait.
$56 million a year at minimum. Ain't got the balls to at least like a man say, I ain't even add all of them. $456 million a year at minimum, and that's just based on 3 apps. I got 4 apps. 1.
Wait, that don't make sense. You said, bro, he said my bank is worth $450 million a year at minimum, and that's based on 3 apps. What?
Invention in 2 products. My bank is worth $456 million a year at minimum, and that's just based on 3 apps. I got 4 apps, 1 invention, and 2 products.
Can somebody please tell me what the fuck is he talking about? He said he got 4. It was worth 4, and yeah, it had to be a weird number. That's what I'm saying. Very interesting number. That sounded like you just thought of that shit off the top of your head. You looked at the wall, acting like he was looking at his computer. He was staring at the wall. But he said, I got a bank that's worth $456 million a year. That's based off of 3 apps, 4 inventions, and a product. What the fuck do the apps and the inventions got to do with the bank? How? How's it? What the fuck? I'm hearing craziness tonight. I thought it was. I must be tired. I've been working these 12-hour shifts. I don't know if it's me hearing shit or because I'm tired. Am I tripping, y'all? That's what I'm saying. You got $456 million, but you living in shut up, nigga. You just lost. Where's your car? But and he ain't add them up yet, neither.
To say Nick Cannon better not bring his ass over here asking me for shit. That's all I want to say. But go ahead, good brother.
Nick Cannon better not act. What? Yo, what? Oh, this nigga is bugging. Nick Cannon better not. This nigga, are you serious? Are you really? Are we? I don't know why I'm in it. I'm not even going to entertain that. The broke nigga that's losing everything is telling Nick Cannon not to act.
He doesn't consider himself as part of the black community. You know, he don't like the black community.
He don't.
You know, even some of the other comments, you know, oh, Young Pharaoh, like he doesn't. I've heard or seen, you know, a few comments where people have said things like, oh, Young Pharaoh doesn't consider himself as black. He doesn't consider himself as part of the black community.
He don't. He just told us that he wants us to get raped and murdered just literally a week ago. He just told us he wanted us to get raped and murdered. But listen to his reply.
You know, he don't like the black community.
He don't.
You know, even some of the other comments, you know, oh, Young Pharaoh's.
He shit on us anytime any chance he gets.
Nobody wants to know all of this stuff, right?
That is very true.
About these comments, you know, is that would you say that, you know, that's true that you know?
I'm so undefeated that Donald Trump is about to come grab me in a minute to go take down Hillary.
Nigga, shut the fuck up. How is Donald Trump about to come grab you? Nigga, Donald Trump is facing. Donald Trump got too many problems going on to be worried about your goofy ass and Hillary. Why would Hillary's not running for president no more? Why would Donald Trump be going after Hillary? Shut up, nigga. You don't even make sense. Donald Trump just got indicted. What the fuck are you talking about?
You know, is that would you say that, you know, that's true that you know?
I'm so undefeated.
You're not undefeated. You just lost to Jabari. You just got slaughtered by Jabari.
Black community. You know, even some of the other comments, you know, oh, Young Pharaoh's, you know, because of that, he's falling off. Nobody wants to know all of this stuff, right? What do you say about these comments? You know, is that
nigga, you fell off a long time. You matter of fact, you didn't fall off because you were never on.
You say that, you know, that's true that you know.
I'm so.
You're not undefeated, nigga. You just lost last week.
Come grab me in a minute to go take down Hillary. So.
Show us proof that Donald Trump about to come grab you, bro. Show us proof that Donald Trump has tried to communicate with you in any type of way. Please show us the proof.
I haven't fallen off. I'm actually going up. I'm actually getting ready to get with Vietnam, Korea, Japan, and China and build a community. I'm actually the only one in the world that can hold on to the US dollar. So falling off.
Did this nigga really? This nigga just said he the only one in the world that can hold on to the. I just debunked that. I literally just debunked that. I literally just debunked that. He said he the only person in the world that can hold on to the US dollar. I literally just debunked that. The fuck are you talking about, bro? Gotta give him Stephen A. Smith. Gotta give it to him.
Man, there you go with that bullshit.
You on some bullshit today, bro. You tripping. You bugging, bro. You need to get your shit together. You need to go get your life right. I don't know what the fuck going on with you. Who winning with the Lakers? I'm tripping.
This is not the issue. This is what the issue. I'm glad somebody said I never said that, because I'm finna say I never said that. I'm finna tell y'all what it is.
Come on.
For years, I don't know what part of this shit y'all don't understand. I am not a part of the black conscious community.
Oh, now it's the black conscious community, bro. That's not what you said. Do we have to go? You are on tape saying these things. You bugging. Now watch what he said about Sinetta. He tried to say Sinetta set him up with Jabari. Sinetta ain't set you up, nigga. You was playing that. You ran the shit for 18 hours. You ran the video for 18 hours. He never set you up. You agreed to do that shit. And when you lost, you do this shit every time. I notice you do this shit with Sinetta. Whenever you go up against somebody with Sinetta and you lose, you try to lie and say he ambushed you. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You's a nut, bro. You do realize all this shit is on tape? Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Remember to support the channel. Cash App going along your screen at the bottom.
Do you think I'm gonna go to China? That is what I am not a part of. I'm not pro-black. I'm pro-righteous. Now,
nigga, you was pro-black.
I am going to show favoritism to my.
Nigga, you were pro-black. You were talking about we need to separate from the white folks. You don't remember when you used to have them little young ass dreads talking that banging on the beast shit? You made flyers with SETI and you on it talking about you banging on the beast.
People, because they my people. Just like I would expect somebody else to show. Do you think I'm gonna go to China and expect Chinese people not to be more loyal to each other than me? Fuck no. I expect they better.
Yeah, now it's Vietnam.
They better goddamn be. Do you think I'm gonna go to Puerto Rico and expect myself to have favor?
That's what I'm saying. How he ambushed you and he gave you an introduction. That's what I don't get. Where was the ambush? You even before the shit started, y'all got into a debate because you told Jabari that he couldn't beat you. That's how the debate started. Jabari wasn't even near the debate. He was just here to have a conversation. And then you started that bullshit talking about how you undefeated and Jabari can't fuck with you, and he embarrassed you, bro.
I'm saying is, if I go to China or Puerto Rico, I'm not over there doing nothing but spending money and helping in the way I can. I'm not going over there to destroy. So my thing is, I don't like the black conscious community because everybody's seen what happened to me all of these years. I got all of my lawsuits, all of my complaints, everything. I was invited to New York City to do an interview, and I also went out there on behalf of this friend I had named Robert Kirkland. Now, I met Robert Kirkland in Wyoming. He told me to go to New York and ask him why the 5%ers wasn't responding to his mail.
Oh, I just caught you in a lie. You said, nigga, you's a fucking. You said it was somebody from jail. You said you knew Robert Kirkland from jail. And when you got out of jail, he asked you to go see what's up with the 5%. You're mixing two different stories. Yeah, he's his own worst enemy.
And it was somebody named Born Allah or Allah Born. I don't know who the fuck he is. Don't have me get the line.
He embarrassed you.
All I know is Robert Kirkland said, go to New York, contact Born Allah or Allah.
You said you knew him from jail.
You know why they non-ciphering my mail. And if you a 5%, you know what that means. I took my ass to New York as requested. Plus, it was convenient to do the interview because I already had to go there anyway. So I'm like, fuck it, since I got to go here anyway, why not do some business? And while I was out there, I was set up. And
now you were set up.
Y'all all see that. I basically started
getting
jumped by the whole damn conscious community.
They didn't jump you. They told you to sit your dumb man. He talking about this right here. When he was over there talking that bullshit, you man, anytime you get around people who really know what they talking about, and then they shut you down, you try to say they jumped. Let me just tell you why. 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 You know why he just did that? Because they kept telling him, bro, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. They called him out on his shit. They were calling him out on his shit, and he didn't like that. You know how Pharaoh gets when somebody calls him out on his bullshit. He starts crying like a little girl, and then he get the lying.
Even trying to get me locked up, sabotage my events. As y'all heard me say earlier,
Now all of a sudden they targeted.
Drama free. The only event I had with drama was a nigga from New York who was a Moor, and niggas from New York just been wild. You know what I'm saying? Niggas from New York just been wild. I'm not saying I'm afraid of nobody from New York, but my thing is I'm a businessman. I'm not a nigga. I'm not 16, 17 years old, homeless on the street, running the streets wild. And I'm a grown-ass man that's trying to build a community and doing so successfully. So
what? Wait, oh man, I've never seen a nigga fail as much as him and then claim he's doing. Oh man, this shit is ridiculous, bro.
I have to, for some reason, it's sad, but I have to.
He said they try to sabotage me. This is all I hear right now.
They're gonna try to belittle you.
Come against that what?
They're gonna try to sabotage you.
They gonna try to salva who you?
They're gonna try to satellize your name.
Satellize? You mean like put it in space?
They're gonna just try to do anything they're trying to do to destroy you. Destroy you.
Shut up, pussy! Shut your punk ass up.
That's what he sound like to me. Yeah.
Myself from the conscious community because I don't agree with their behavior. I don't agree with
their behavior.
I know Black history better than any of them know. But even if
Nigga, you don't know Black history. You just fucked up on Black history 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, you literally just fucked up on Black history. I made a video on it. You do not know nothing about Black history. What was it that he fucked up on? It was something real. What's the name? Hold on. Hold on. It was something real basic that he did not know. It was something real basic. Hold on. Hold up. This nigga tried to give a history lesson and didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. Hold on. I know I got that shit. Here it is. Hold up. You said you know history more than them? Hold up. We about to prove that. Oh, yeah. Nigga, you just got the civil rights movement wrong. That's what it was. Nigga, you didn't even know what the fucking what the civil rights movement was. Hold on. We about to show you don't know nothing about fucking history, bro. He said, hold on, bro. You mixed up the worst type of shit. Listen to what the fuck this nigga mixed up. Did you pump back into the community?
But I say to say this, I told you earlier, if I had to choose between law enforcement and the gang, boy, you better get your ass up in that motherfucking academy. So I say that to say this. Y'all always talking about our ancestors fought for civil rights. Did y'all not know that the first damn black police in the country didn't even happen until 1946, 47 in the winter?
He said, y'all always talking about our ancestors fought for civil rights. Did y'all know that the first police officer wasn't until 1946? The civil rights movement was from like 1950 to 1960, and the first police officer in Cleveland, Ohio, was 100 years before in 1940. Bro, you know nothing about history.
The fuck is he talking about?
So our ancestors did all of this fighting for us to get government jobs, and that's the last thing y'all want to do.
Our ancestors was fighting for government jobs.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
If you want to, if the police is corrupt, start raising your kids to go be.
They didn't fight for government jobs. You watch this shit. He need that cap on his head to say dumb. Civil rights movement was in 1950, started in 1954 to 1968. Dunce. You need to put a cap on his head and say dunce. Hold on, let me go where it shows the police officer. What date was that police officer? Here we go. Wins first black officer. This was in 1881. Patrolman William Tucker is believed to be the first black officer appointed in the department in June 3rd, 1881. 100 years before the date that you said it was, nigga. You don't know what you talking about. How could you say you know more history than anybody, bro? You ain't even a nigga that didn't graduate school.
I didn't. I feel like
But that's where I'm gonna stop it at, y'all. I'm tired than a motherfucker. I need to go to bed. I'm sorry, y'all. I done work a 12-hour shift. We already hitting 2 hours. I gotta get on out of here. I'm tired as fuck. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that stopped by. Appreciate you, Tar, for stopping by and dropping your jewels. Oh, man. This shit is crazy, man. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit that notification bell. Make sure it's on all. Support the channel. We're going along your screen at the bottom, the Cash App. I got to get on out of here. It's your boy, the one and only Brenda's Baby. Remio, my aunt. You were just tuned into my aunt TV. I see y'all when I see y'all. Until then.
You better be careful, little buddy.